Hello? Hello. Hi. How are you guys? I am here. Uh-oh. Is it working? Is it working? Oh, is it not working? It better be working. I hope it's working. Okay, it's working. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm the worst. As you might have noticed from the title, I am the absolute worst. I have, and not for the reasons you're thinking. You're all thinking that, like, oh, this is just some other thing that Mark's done. Obviously, we all knew this. This is old news at this point. I fucked up. I fucked up real bad. I fucked up real bad. Real bad. I fucked up real bad. So, I won't get into it immediately. I'll talk about it in just a second. It won't take long. But I fucked up. But in summary, before I fucked up, I was gonna come here and do a live stream and I was gonna say, hey, I've been gone for 2 months. Here's me catching you all up to what I've been on. But no, I fucked up, like, last night. Like, last night I fucked up. I did bad. Everything else was gonna be fine and dandy. Everything was gonna be great. Like, I was ready to, like, come in, have a fun stream. Everything was gonna be great. Everything was gonna be hunky-dory. Everything was gonna be wonderful. But, so, I fucked up. I fucked up. But, well, I'll get to that in just a second. Because people are still streaming in here and I want to, like, admit it in front of the largest audience possible that I fucked up. So I've been away for 2 months, right? I've been in Austin. And I'll talk about this in great length after I admit how I fucked up. But hey, it's good to see you guys. I'm back in LA now, and I'm back in my recording room, and it's good to be back with my recording setup, my sound-treated room, my good computer here, and everything working, hopefully. But I've been back since Monday night last week, and I've been getting slowly on my feet again, and everything's been going good, and I've been working on post-production for this project that I was filming, and everything was going great. I had a good weekend. I took like a day off yesterday. I really relaxed, but I fucked up last night. So it's a real short story, but you guys will see at how I fucked up. So Amy was spending time with her friends out and about. And, she was gonna come back later last night, way late, and so I went to bed before she got back. She just so happens to not have her key to the house on her because she took it off her key ring when we went out to Austin. She was like, oh, I don't want to leave it in Austin just in case, so she didn't have her key on her. So, I texted her, hey, I left the side door unlocked for you, so, I'm going to bed. So, it's unlocked. So, I must have muscle memory relocked it when I went to bed, and I went to bed, and like Amy in my phone, she's in my favorites list. Like, she's there. Apparently, like, even if it's on Do Not Disturb because I have a bedtime and I'm like, my phone's on silent, it's on Do Not Disturb. Apparently, if it's on your favorites list, it's supposed to ring anyway, but it didn't. So I'll give you a little timetable. I go to bed like midnight, and that's a late night for me, going to bed at midnight. That's late. That's weekend staying up. So I'm like, whew. That's a late night. I gotta hit the old sack. I'm gonna go to bed. So then I text her like, side door's unlocked, blah, 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 love you, bye. And then she's like, oh, it's okay. I'll be back in 45 or so minutes. I'll see you later. I'm like, that's fine. Good night. Kissy face emoji, whatever. And so she gets home and she tries the side door, and that's locked. So she's like, oh, maybe it was another side door around around by the garage, and that door opened. So that was great, but the door to go from the garage into the house was locked. So she may have spent the night sleeping in the van. The barrel. It's in my garage. So she called me 10 times last night, texted me a bunch, and bless her heart, she took it in stride. She she found like some pillowcases. No pillows. There were no pillows in the van. She found some pillowcases like laying about the garage. She used one pillowcase as a sheet for just like her shoulders. And she used the other one like folded up as a pillow. And I didn't know this. I was in Snoozeville. I was snoring away. Like I was dreaming happy dreams. And so I wake up and, you know, I get up usually early, but I went to bed late, so I get up like 7:30. I'm like, oh, I roll over and, you know, I see Amy's not there, so I look at my phone and I'm like, time to check the morning news, and just like message after message after call after call after call. It's like, oh no. So I sprint downstairs in my underwear and I fling open the door and I'm just like peering around like, Amy, and she pops her head out of the van like, oh, you're not dead. Just like, no, she wasn't mad. That's the thing. She was not mad. And that's like, I can't fathom that. Like, I felt so bad. But, you know, she is just so nice. She's sleeping now. I should be quieter. She's sleeping now. And just like, I felt so unbelievably bad, but she took it in so much stride. So I'm like, I need you guys to lambaste me. Lambaste? I need you guys to roast me alive. I need you guys to publicly shame me for what I did last night. See, this is not a clickbait title. This isn't clickbait at all. I am literally the worst. I am the worst. So she didn't sleep a lot in the van because as it turns out, it's not very comfortable. And there's an automatic light sensor in the garage. So if there's even the slightest movement, the light flips on. So she didn't get any sleep. Because apparently every time she rolled over or something in the van, it would just shake the van just the tiniest bit, and then the light would flick on. So it was just a night of torment, and I need you guys to please publicly shame me, like report me to all the drama channels, blow this up in a big way. I owe her so much. I said I promised her like just a vacation or something, because that's apparently reparation enough. Anyway, so that is how I fucked up last night. But that's not the point of this stream. Is kind of the point of this stream, but that's not the point of this stream. So I'm about to get into more detail of what happened over the past 2 months while I've been away, which some of you may not even know that I was away for 2 months, but I was away for 2 months. Huzzah, here I am now. And when I was in Austin, when we were filming the big project, I was not the worst. Thankfully, I was not the best either, because I'm never the best, but I was pretty good. I was pretty decent. So, yeah, it's more than a vacation. Yeah, wait, did someone say send her a sorry meme? Send her memes? That's not a currency you'd do for that. But yeah, I am the worst. I'll get her flowers or something, or a present, or something nice. Either way. But I've been away in Austin for the past 2 months, and it's been really, really, really nice being out for 2 months. Not just like being away, but just being able to work on what we were working on, basically. Wait, let me see. I actually am curious if, yeah, okay. All All right, so I've been away for 2 months working on a big project over in Austin. We've been filming something for the past month. We've been planning it for the past 2 months. It is the biggest project I've ever done. It is the most ambitious thing I've ever done. And holy crap, do I have a ton of stories about those adventures that we were in. I have to try to tell them in as minimal detail as possible because I don't want to spoil anything about the project that we're working on because it's going to be really, really fun. Yes, I know that a lot of people make mistakes, but this is a big mistake. I just don't know how I did it. Like, I don't know how I got through so many steps of not being able to be there when I needed to be there. Like, there was, my phone was on silent, but I thought it would ring if someone ringed enough. Like, shouldn't there be a feature if someone calls you like 10 times in a row, it should ring if it's on Do Not Disturb. It should ring that. And then, I'm not even like, I didn't hallucinate it. I unlocked the door. I unlocked it. I did. And I know I did, but apparently I relocked it because of force of habit. So anyway, it's like, it's fine. Oh, for those who don't know, Amy is my girlfriend. Send her cup pong? I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I did all of these things in Austin that were extremely like educational, and they were a trial. And I love, like, you guys know me, I'm not a masochist. I swear to God, like, I swear. But I love those nights where you have been working all day and you are unbelievably exhausted by the end of that day, and you crawl into bed, barely able to make it in bed. You don't even take your shoes off. You like slide into bed from the bottom up and you just pass out immediately. I live for those days. Those are the days that make me feel like I'm really doing something. Those are the days that make me feel like I'm alive, like I can accomplish something and I can make something happen. And every day that we were filming out there in Austin felt like one of those days. And you can't understand how great that was. How great it was to be, and I'm not like preaching a culture of like working until you're exhausted. I do this because it's my project. It's like my baby. It's what I'm working on. It's what I've planned for so long. I've been planning this for like a year now, and just having it come to life and come to fruition like that it's an experience that is such a purified version of purpose. It makes you feel like, yes, this is what I was born to do. This is what I was meant to do. This is what I live for. This is what I feel is just, it's just right. And every day that I was out there, I was filming this project, it felt like one of those times. And it was crazy because, you know, I wrote this thing, I was directing it, which I've directed things before in small settings, but this is the first time that I was directing something with a huge crew there, with tons of people watching, we had 30 people on the crew. And 30 people, if you think like in a film crew, like for those of you who don't know or never been to film school, like me, I've never been to film school, I didn't even understand how 30 people could be there and be working on something, but every person was essential. If anything, there was not enough people there. Like people moving the lights, people operating the camera, people operating the sound, people making sure that we didn't miss anything, like watching the script that I wrote, garbage script that I wrote, and watching it for all the inconsistencies that we were making up on the fly. Like this stuff, like it was amazing. Like it was incredible. I loved every part of it. But some of those experiences out there were ungodly. There was another time. Okay, this is just, I'm gonna try to dance around this story as much as I can because I can't not tell the story, but I'm hoping I can tell it without the context. So let's say we were out in the woods, right? We were out in the woods. I don't know if Amy sent me the picture of it. I don't think she did. I would show you the picture, but we were out in these woods towards the end of the shoot, and it was at night, because we had to shoot some things at night. And they turned on a big-ass light, like a lighthouse version of a light. And they used to call this place Spiderwoods, and they changed the name because that name was too scary. Let me tell you something, Spiderwoods is not an exaggeration. If anything, it's an under-exaggeration. It's under-exaggerated. It's under-exaggerated. It's what's the opposite of exaggerated? It's spoken. It's too, what's the word? Hey, help me. What's the word? It's under exposed, like in exaggerate, what's the word? What's the word for not exaggerated? It's realistic. It's what's the word? Understatement. That's it. Sorry, am I peeking the mic? I apologize. I'm getting all over the place. It's an understatement. That's it. So, Spiderwoods. Number 1, spiders. Number 2, snakes. Number 3, because it's Texas. Number 3, bugs in general. Because if there's spiders, there's things that spiders are trying to catch. And so we didn't know this because it's night. You can't see the bugs. But when you turn on a big ass light in the middle of an empty field, and it is the only source of light in the entire field, it is a beacon for every single bug, every single insect, everything that flies to go to that light. So we're sitting in the middle of a field with like an alarm calling in all the bugs. We've got moths, we've got flies, we've got mosquitoes because it was mosquito season. Just smack in the middle of mosquito season. It is just like spiders probably crawling through the brush that we can't see. Probably snakes coming in like, ooh, light, time for me to get over there. So we're just sitting in the middle of nowhere with like we had a medic on standby, but my God, that was terrifying. I wish I had the picture. If I have it, I'll put it up on the community page or Twitter or something. But it's just like a light, and you can't see the light for how many bugs are there. It is ungodly how many bugs are there. So that was just one night of experience. We had multiple night shoots. It was funny because we were out on a scout for one of the locations, and we're just all talking about like, no, I think we should go here. And just like, we all, like, someone's like, oh, a snake. And we all just look down, and like inches from our feet is just a solid black snake. And I don't know my snakes. I don't know if you guys know your snakes, but just in my mind, if a snake is just completely black, I think black mamba, and that's probably wrong, but I know black mamba is bad because of Kill Bill. I know that's bad because of Kill Bill. So I'm like, I think that maybe we should get away from that thing. So everyone, like, I'm like, ugh. And then the whole crew is like, oh, and then they all get closer to it. They all like, woo, like, ooh, hey, buddy. I'm like, no. So like there was this like snake going through there, and it ran away because it's like probably scared of us or something like that. I don't know why. It could kill any one of us. So that was the first. That was like the first or second day that I was in Austin, Texas. And that was just like oh, hey, yeah, there's nature outside. You don't stay inside in here in a nice closed box with no bugs and no snakes. No, you're outside with the snakes and the spiders and stuff. And it wasn't just the spiders that were bad. We were at a separate location that was more, not tropical because obviously it's Texas, but more lush in terms of the forest scape. So we are literally in a pit that is apparently the breeding ground for every mosquito in that entire area. And I'm not joking when I say that. When I say this, understand that I am not exaggerating. Every mosquito comes from this one place. We don't know this going into it. We don't know it scouting it. But when we go there to film, on the day we're shooting, I am wearing not long sleeves, not long pants. I am in shorts and I am in like cut off sleeves to here. and I'm being filmed, so like they got some schmutz on me for like dirt and stuff to match the look of where we came from for what we're shooting, which means they can't spray me with bug spray, because no, that'll make the dirt all run and be weird looking, so we can't have that. So I'm sitting there in the middle of mosquito heaven. And it's not just me. There's another YouTuber who's there on the day that we're there, and we're filming together. And like, he has even less clothes than I do. He's not naked. Don't get excited. The series doesn't have nudity in it, but he's wearing less clothes than I am, and he has no bug spray. Neither of us have any bug spray. So like, there's actually the take we're gonna use in the scene has me swat a mosquito out from in front of me as we're filming. And that's the take we're gonna use because I forgot that it happened. It became such an unconscious reflex to just be like, bah, bah, get out of here, bah! Like, there's mosquitoes everywhere. And this guy is such a trooper. Like, I'm not gonna tell you who it was because that would also be a spoiler. I want that to be a surprise, but man, it was just so, like, awful. It was awful. It was awful because also in that same location, and for those of you who have like a weak disposition, a weak stomach, or maybe you're eating right now, you might not want to watch this because it's about to get gross. So we're there and it turned to night, so it's dark, so we need to rig up a light again. Now, you know what I said about the light in the field. Well, this is different. Because we're in a pit, so we're lighting it from the top. And so what happens is, given that we're in a forest surrounding, not only does that call everything that flies, and this is why I know that later on when we lit that other light, we were calling the things that crawled. It called the things that crawled. And the thing about a pit is when the light is pointing into the pit, that means everything jumps into the pit. And you know why we light things? To illuminate the person being filmed. We have a spotlight on us that is a beacon calling every bug in the forest to jump on us. And it's just, it was just a nightmare. It was a goddamn nightmare. Because, like, as soon as they turned it on, we started hearing this kind of like, and we're like, what the hell is that? It sounded like it was raining. It sounded like it was hailing. Like it was hailing where we were. And we're like, what the hell is that? Because I wasn't at the place yet where the light was. I was walking up to it. And when I get there, it's crickets. It's crickets leaping off of this ledge to get down to where we were, and they're just hitting the ground. They didn't even die. Like, it didn't kill them. Like, it didn't kill them. They were fine. Like, the crickets were fine. They were just like, and then jump away. It was raining crickets. It was like a thing, it's like the locust swarms coming out of nowhere, raining frog. It was raining crickets. And it was just like, and it was just like, oh my God, how can we shoot? And we did anyway, because eventually the forest ran out of crickets. So we were doing our best. Like, we didn't want to like step on crickets, number one, because gross, and number two, because we felt bad because we were calling them to their doom. Basically, we thought like once they got into this pit, they'd never be able to get out. So we were creating like a new ecosystem for these crickets to get down in this place. And we're like, I guess this is their home now. You know, like, I guess this is just where they were. And so like, it was just the weirdest, most surreal thing for us to be doing this because number one, I'm not used to that kind of shit. Filming with a big crew, I mean. But number two, I loved it. I loved every part of that. Like, it was so surreal an experience just because it was so, like, when do you get to tell that story? I can tell that story now and not be making up a goddamn thing. You can corroborate that with every single person who was there that day. That shit happened. That happened. I don't, like, this is one of the things I love about doing these things is the problem with, like, doing YouTube on a daily basis is that you run out of life to tell. Like, I want to share everything I do with you guys as much as I can without spoilers, but I want to share with you guys because, like, I love telling you guys about my life, and I love being open with you guys, and I love discussing, like, my wants and my desires and, like, things that I want to do and my ambitions. But when in the hell do you get to do that? And I'm so goddamn lucky to be able to say that I can do that and I can experience that, and to be able to do that and also work with a really great team and be able to work with really great YouTubers and be able to work with, like, people that I really respect and admire, and do it all so that you guys can enjoy something that, like, we tried and strived for and really pushed ourselves to do is an amazing feeling. It's something that you can't buy. It's something you can't pay for, and it's those moments that I will remember for the rest of my life. Like, I always talk about how in YouTube, like, there are moments that I look back at my channel and I remember them very distinctly because they're so, like, integral to me finding out who I am. Like, they're so important for me discovering, like, my personality, who I'm gonna be, what I want to do. Like, those moments I look back on and I always remember. And I'm so happy that I get to do them, and it's all because you guys support what I do. That's the only reason that I'm able to do it. I mean, I'd do something like that even if I didn't have this channel or you guys out there or something like that. It's, you know, it's something that I can never take for granted. And it's moments like that when the crickets are raining on my head and there's mosquitoes everywhere, and I will itch for the rest of eternity just because of that moment. But at the end of the day, we'll have something that you guys can really appreciate. You guys can, like, sink your teeth into and really, like, enjoy. That, I think, you know, that's what makes this whole YouTube thing so special, because in no other circumstance would I be able to do that. In no other circumstance would I be able to go out there with a crew, have them trust me as a director who's never directed a big project before in his life, with a big crew. I've directed a lot of things now, but trust me in a way, in an unknowable way. Like, that's amazing. That's unforgettable. That's incredible, and I just have you guys to thank for that. So, sincerely, like, thank you guys for letting me do that. It's something that I can't repay, and the only way that I can repay it is by trying to make sure that I always push myself harder. Because, you know, for a longest time there, I thought that I had, like, reached the peak, you know, because I've got a bajillion subscribers. I've got, like, so much clout. I've got whatever you want to call it. Like, I've got the respect of my peers on this platform, and I've got all this. I thought, like, I had everything that I wanted, because, like, I don't want a lot. I don't need a lot in my life. I don't. I have more than enough, and I readily admit that. And it's one of those things where I could see a little bit more for me to learn, a little bit more for me to try, and a little bit more for me to push myself. It was a long time to get to that point where I could kind of admit to myself that maybe I'm not done. You know, maybe I've got more to do. Maybe I've got more to show the world. Maybe I've got more to learn about myself, and that, like, to have that certainty, like, I literally can't describe how valuable that is to me as a person, to know that I've got more to do. Because, like I said before, I'm the type of person that wants to push himself to the limit, to see how far I can go, and to see how much I can do, and to see what I can do. And like, now I know. Like, I really know that I'm not done. You know, I'm not done with making things. You know, I thought I was. I wasn't gonna quit anytime soon, but, like, I've got more to give. And I can't wait for you to see this thing that we've got. I'm not gonna spoil a damn thing about it, and this will probably be the last time I talk about it before it actually comes out, but God, it's just so fun. God. I want to tell you guys so much about it, but there's so few things that I can readily say. I can say one more. I can say one more thing. Okay, I've got one more story. So, okay, let me try to craft this in the way that is not spoilery at all. There's another location that we were filming at that was awful, but in a different way. It combined every part of awful from the previous stories that I said into one location and then sprinkled on top a new unique flavor of awful that I've never experienced before in my life. Oh, when's the release date? This is probably coming out in October. There's a lot of post-production that needs to be done. There's visual effects that need to be done. There's a lot that needs to be done. So we're looking around, I don't know, probably not even October. I wouldn't expect this for... We're going to try for this year. That's the one thing I can promise. Like, when I said this is a big project, this is a big project. It's like huge. It's freaking enormous. That's all I can say without spoiling it. So if we get it in this year, I'll be real happy. Like, you guys know how Damien, I talked about Damien, like I planned that back in October-ish or something like that, like of last year. I planned that actually no, before that. I planned it in September of last year, and it took until about a month and a half ago for it to actually come out. Like, I am not good about getting these estimates, so I would say if we can get it in before the end of this year, that would be great. That would be wonderful. I don't know, probably November, I would say. That's a safer bet. I don't want to say December. Actually, just ignore everything I said as far as a date goes and just make up one in your head, because that would probably be more accurate than anything that I would say. But it's gonna come out. So anyway, new flavor of Horrible Place. This place, not only did it was in the middle of a wooded area, so you had the bugs, and you had the snakes, and you had all the other things that crawl in the grass, and we were shooting there both day and night. But also, this place is... I don't think it's a spoiler to say this. This place was... I'm just gonna say, it's a decommissioned sewage treatment plant. So, it's disgusting. It is, yeah, December 31st, 11:59 p.m. Yeah, that's probably gonna be closer. So, it is absolutely disgusting, because let me tell you about decommissioned. That means it was shut down and is no longer operational as of 2006. This place was decommissioned 13 years ago. And you know, you'd think that in a place like that, they would flush all the pipes out and like get all that sewage out of there. Nope. No. That stuff, that has been there since 2006. 2006. And so me specifically, I don't have the benefit of wearing a mask. You know why? Because I'm in front of the camera and I can't do that. But everyone behind the scenes is wearing masks and wearing like helmets and things like that, and it's just like, it's so gross. But I mean, the production value was mwah. Like, it looks great. Be so grateful that technology has not reached the point where you can smell where it's filmed, because that I can't. The smell is just indescribable, and the worst part about it is that I got used to it. I don't like that I got used to that smell. Like, okay, great. Like, it's good to know that the human body is capable of adapting to almost any situation readily and, you know, beautifully and stuff like that. That's really cool that it can do that. But I got used to the smell of 13-year-old sewage, which means that it baked into my body so deeply that it became part of me. That my body was like, yeah, that's normal. This is fine. It's just fine. There was a pipe. There was like there was 3 different pipes. One was for sludge, one was for slime, and one was for like scum. It was sludge, slime, and scum. And those are apparently 3 different things in a sewage treatment plant. And I'm like, why? The 3 S's of the apocalypse. Why are you here to torment me? I've already got snakes. I've already got mosquitoes. I've got bugs. I've got everything. And it's just like, oh my God. I didn't even tell you about the beaver. Like, I didn't tell you about the beaver. We were this poor beaver. This thing had died years ago. Years ago. We were in this building and we were like scouting it. We're like, all right, I'm like, okay, well, camera will come in here. I'll run in here. I'll do a crazy thing or whatever. And then we look down at the corner because I'm like, maybe I'll stand in that corner. And I look down and there is just a dead beaver. Like right there. It had apparently bit into like an electrical cable or something like that. It had bit into one and it died years ago and no one's noticed it because this place was decommissioned in 2006. Like the power still worked, unfortunately for the beaver, fortunately for the production, but it was just, and none of us were gonna move it because that's not our job. So guess what I did? I did the shot standing 2 inches away from a dead beaver. And yes, it did smell. It smelled bad. It was like an aromatic added on to the sewage background of this place. Like, the poor thing, yes, the poor thing, like that poor beaver. That poor beaver. But also, couldn't it have bit a cable somewhere else? Like, I'm like, God, why? And so like, yeah, none of us are gonna move it because we know that if we touch it, like it's gonna spring to life and then lunge at one of our throats or something like that. Zombeaver. Like it's just like, I'm not gonna mess with that. Like that's not, it's not why we're here. Let's just get it without disturbing it. Cause it'll just like, it'll curse us if we even touch it, or maybe if we move it a little bit, like bugs and larvae will just like out of it, and it's like, I don't want that visual in my life. I don't need that. I have enough nightmares as it is. So we got that job. And I felt so bad for the crew because like it's like this is my passion project. Yeah, this is my passion project. I get to be all up my own ass about how the art of it and we need this shot over here and we need to make sure this looks this way, but they're just like, this is their day job, right? The camera operator, the boom operator, the people looking behind, even the person just like running the craft services table, like this is just their job. They have to live in this too. They have to live in this. We were there for like a week. We're just filming in this. This was the longest place we were at a single location than any other. And the poor crew, like, oh my God, I want you guys to send so much love to the crew because they walked through a nightmare, a living nightmare every day. Every day for like 12 hours a day, we were in a nightmare. And they did it, and that's why I never complained a single moment that I was there, because I can't complain. I have no right to complain. I asked for this. I asked for it. I wanted it. This is what I wanted. They all can hate me, but I cannot complain. And none of them complained. Not a one of them complained. They were so professional about it. They were so delightful about it. It was beautiful. Like, it was wonderful. Like, I'm so grateful to these people for like stepping up the way they did. But my God, I will not write a location like that ever again. Now I know. Anyway, yeah. So that is. All right, I've just gotta. There's just so much to take in from the past, like forever. Man. But yeah, so I am back home. That's about all I might think of another story as I'm still talking here, but just like that is like the majority of the stories that I can share without spoiling. So just, we'll leave it at that. There are tons of pictures. I will try to find pictures that are not spoilery as well that I would like to share, but I will have to sort through them as time goes by. The other thing that I want to apologize for, here comes another big public apology. Here we go, big admitting I'm the absolute worst. Like, here we go. Obviously videos have not been up to snuff this past week, and that's Like, my fault. My fault entirely, because I, not only have I been back relaxing, trying to get back into the swing of things, because we basically, like, moved out there for, like, 2 months. We like, packed up as much as we could. I packed up, like, a computer itself, and then to come over here, so I had to set everything back up, and then I had to, like, talk with the post-production people. I have a meeting immediately after this live stream with post-production to talk with them about it, but just, you know, I've got tons and tons and tons and tons of things that I need to do, but apology. I have not been getting videos up as they should be getting up. Today, basically, I'm going to be recording all day long. I'm going to be recording, getting tons of videos in the pipeline so that I can get back up on top of things, and then things can be the way they should be, which is semi-regular. You know me, the beacon of regularity that is this guy. I am consistent as the day is long. I'm just there. You know me. You can always count on a Markiplier promise from the day you're born to the day you die. Anyway, so like I'm not beating myself up because I that's the thing. Like yesterday, like I took a day off. I did. I relaxed. I basically focused on stuff that I wanted to focus on. I took a day off. I didn't even worry about recording. Like I do that. Like I worked real freaking hard on this project and I came home and I wanted to keep up with things, but you know, I needed a day off. So I needed to relax to that. And today, like I've got a bunch of shit to do, but I'm going to make sure that I record because I want to. And that's the most important thing. Like that's what a lot of people need to understand about me specifically is that I want to. I want to do these things. I want to. I love it. I love working hard. I love it. But I only love working hard if I have a purpose behind it. I only love working hard if I feel like it's going somewhere. And for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm going somewhere, you know? And that's, like, that can be weird for you guys who might be hearing this for the first time. Like, it might be weird to think that I would be not going somewhere. But if you've, like, been watching my videos for the past couple years, you'll see videos like I am lost or, like, I don't know what I'm doing or I'll make a late night vlog or something like that. And it's because, like, I don't know where I'm going. And without that, like, the work loses its meaning. You know what I mean? It loses its meaning because there's no real feedback for knowing where you're going. But for the first time in a long, long time, I know where I'm going. Because, you know, I've been doing this a long time, but not as long as some people. And I've been feeling, you know, the same thing that a lot of people have been feeling in terms of burnout and stuff like that. But I love working hard. I love making things. I love telling stories. I love pushing myself. I love, like, those sleepless nights. I love leaping out of bed, not being able to wait to work on the next project that I'm working on. I love that. I live for that. I live for those moments. And I'm so lucky because I get another one. Some people in their lives, they don't even get one. And I got one when I started this channel. 7 years ago when I started this channel, I got that feeling. The feeling of knowing that I was onto something, the feeling of knowing that I had a purpose, the feeling of knowing that what I was doing was resonating with people. What I was doing was guiding people and pushing people to push themselves. Like that was such an amazing feeling at the beginning of my channel. And like, I got real mopey about like, oh, I missed the feeling of that. It's like, those moments are fleeting. Those moments you don't get forever. You don't. But I'm lucky enough to now have a second one. Because I love doing these big things. I do. I love it. I love it so much. I love making videos on YouTube. I love it. I love it so much. I love trying new concepts and trying new things, and I love pushing myself because it has meaning. It gives meaning to why I'm here. It gives meaning to my life. Because I've always been of the mindset that, you know, I only have so much time in my life. I will die someday, and the only thing that will be left behind when I die is the legacy I left behind, the inspiration I gave to other people, the things that I made. Those are the only things that are going to live on beyond me. So I have to make the most of those things. And like, I just want to make things. Like, I get really tickled about making things, and I get really tickled about thinking of things. Like, this whole week, I've just been tinkering with different things to work on for next year's project. Like, I've been looking forward to how this channel is going to turn out. Like, I feel like I haven't been giving this YouTube channel my full attention in terms of, like, innovating on it. Like, because I haven't known where it's going. but now I know where it's going. Now I see like the goal at the end. I have a goal to reach now. I see the horizon as far as it is, and I can get it. Like, that's the thing. I believe that I can get it. I believe I can do that shit. I believe it. And it's so cool. Like, it's so cool. Oh man, it's so cool. Speaking of so cool, two days ago, my buddy John and his girlfriend, they took me out to the Griffith Observatory here in Los Angeles, and I've never actually been. And we watched the demonstration of like Centered in the Universe, and it was just a lovely like IMAX style dome thing of the night sky and like a narrative walkthrough of the stars and space. And you guys know how much I love space, but it's like those things are God, it's just like so important to me to feel inspired. And it's so hard for me nowadays to feel inspired because I've almost tapped myself out on what I've done in my life. I've done so much that I feel guilty for trying to do more. But now I know I can do more. I know I directed a big project with 30 people on it. Like, I did that. I didn't do it perfectly, but I learned so much as I was doing it. I can do it again. I can bring a vision of mine to life. Like, I helped make Damien, an animated, like, cinematic thing, a short film that was, like, almost fully animated. It's like, I had an idea and it happened. Like, that's the craziest thing. And I can do, like, gaming videos where I have fun playing games and trying to innovate on that concept Markiplier makes and stuff like that. I can do those things. And it's so cool. It's really unbelievably cool. God, I could yammer on for hours about how excited I am about the future, but I am excited about the future. And seriously, like, I only have you guys to thank for it. I really do. Like, I wouldn't be here without you guys. I've said that a bunch, and you know, it's a sentiment that's echoed across YouTube, but I don't think it's said enough because, like, this relationship between you guys and me and the community as a whole is what makes YouTube special. It's what differentiates it from traditional media. It's the kind of thing that traditional media, like executives and people like that, they don't get. They don't understand it because it loses a sensibility about it. Like, to traditional media, the people watching, they are numbers, and they can be nothing else. Like, they can be fans and they can understand they're fans, but their objective is completely different from our objective. Their objective is fundamentally different. And what that means is just like they will never be able to appreciate, nor will they be able to truly understand why these moments that we have are essential. Like this communication that we have, this connection that we have, and the community, like, all working towards a common goal. They won't get that. And I'm not trying to be like, no, just the fat cats in the executives, they don't get it, but it's true. Like, this moment in time and this moment in history, like, is special. It won't happen again. It may change, it may happen in a different way, but like this, the way it is, the first steps to it, like, this won't happen again. And I want to appreciate it for what it is and what it allows me to do right here, right now. And I only have you guys to thank for that. So sincerely, thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me. We've got a long way to go, and we've got so many cool things on the horizon. But for right now, the immediate goal, here's my plan. Everybody, shush. Shut up. Here's my plan. I appreciate you. Now shut up. Here's my grand sweeping plan. Also, thank you to everyone that's been giving super chats for that, like, astonishingly amazing. Thank you, Julia Gaming. You did not need to do any of that. Like, everyone that has been giving super chats, thank you so much for that. I'm sorry I've been missing it because I've been so vapid in my own head about it. But here's my plan. Shut up. Shut up. Everybody, shush. Everybody, shush. Hey, shut up. I'm talking. So here's my plan. Immediate future. Get back on video schedule. That's number one. Here's my mid-New Year's resolutions. It's almost halfway through the year. It might be exactly halfway through the year. Mid-New Year's resolutions. Everybody write them down because we're all gonna do this together. If you're gonna be part of this community, I'm sorry, peeking. If you're gonna be part of this community, You will make a mid-New Year's resolution. All right, number 1. Get back on video. These are not promises. I want to be very clear. You're not listening to me. These are not promises. Pay attention. Stop. Hey, you're looking away. Stop shopping. Look at me. These are not promises. Therefore, I can't break them. These are not promises. Shush. Hey, here's a shiny knife. Here's a shiny steak knife. Why is it in my computer room? Don't ask questions. Just look at the shiny knife. All right. So, number 1, get back on video schedule. Get them back and get them regular. Number 2, get on top of post-production for this thing so that it doesn't take that long to come out. Number 3, get back on the member streams, which I haven't been doing, and I apologize to all the lovely members out there who have not been getting your streams. I've just been so busy that I haven't been able to do them, but get back on those. I'm probably going to do another one tomorrow. Number 4, let's keep it at 3. Let's keep it at 3. Get back on schedules. Keep up with post-production. Keep up with member stuff. And number 4, spread love and joy as far as the eye can see. Nah, it's unfathomable, anything like that. But just in general, I'm gonna get back on my shit because my shit has not been on. My schedule has not been good. I have not been keeping up with the regular YouTube stuff, which is the stuff that really makes a difference in this world. So I am going to hit the ground running with this whole YouTube shit. I sound like a guy who's like, I'm gonna try YouTube. You know, this YouTube thing, it seems pretty cool. I'm gonna try it. Like, I'm talking as if I don't have an enormous YouTube channel, but everyone, hold on. Shut up, you're not listening to me. Shut up. It's peaking. I don't know why that's peaking so much. It shouldn't be. Shut up. Hey, shut up. I know I have a YouTube channel. I remember. I want to get
You gotta put me on.
I'm gonna really hit the ground running with this whole YouTube business. All those other YouTubers better watch out because it's about to go down. It's about to go down. I'm gonna show them. I want to be a big YouTuber someday. That was my original goal. Like, stop it, Julia. Stop it. Stop it. No need for that. Thank you, but stop it. Like, that was my original goal back when, for those of you who remember, like, you could dig up the old vlog. I was like maybe 1,000 subscribers, and I was vlogging like, man, I see like this goal, and I remember like my mindset was like, I think I want to do it. I want to be a big YouTuber someday, and it's like that's what I mean by when I felt like I accomplished my goal is because as a kid, you know, I was 22, so not really a kid, but I was 22 and I was like, I think I want to be a big YouTuber someday. You know, I think I want that. I really would like that, and so I did that, and now here I am again saying, I think I want to be a big YouTuber, guys. I think I want to be a big YouTuber again. Is that weird for me to say? I do. I want to really like take ownership of this again because I have been coasting by on like being complacent, and that's the one thing that's like completely opposite with the person that I am is like I don't want to get complacent. Like, I'm really good at what I do, and I've got a lot of skills, like, in my brain. They don't come out of my brain perfectly, but I've got a lot of substance, and I've got a lot of chutzpah, and I got a lot of gusto, and I can do some things. So, like, I want to hit this shit again. I mean, in a weird way, I want to show people that YouTubers in general can make really cool shit. And YouTubers have been making really cool shit. Like, I've been super into like watching other YouTubers now. Like, again, finally, for the first time forever, I'm looking at other YouTubers for inspiration and seeing all the amazing things that people are making out there. And then there's all the garbage that people make that we're gonna ignore for convenience's sake. But there's so much more potential about what YouTube can be. And I feel like in my complacency, I've kind of let that slide. So why don't we together make one last number 4th mid New Year's resolution to really show the world what we can do? Because I can do a lot, but the only way that it's actually going to do something of worth is if we all do it together. And I think that is a really cool thing. I don't know what we're doing yet. I don't know what we're doing, but hey, it sounds pretty cool, right? So I am super excited about what the future can do. So just be ready. Be ready for whatever strange, bizarre ideas I have, because if there's one thing I do, it's come up with random bullshit ideas that I will abandon within weeks, but those are gonna come way faster now. I think it's going to be a really fun time. And together we're gonna show some people. We're gonna show some people what we can do. All right, okay, but until we have a tangible reason, just stay like on the edge of your seat, like wait readily. Forget the bell. Who needs the bell? You just guys always have my YouTube channel opened up. We're moving beyond the bell. We're innovating on the bell. We're gonna disrupt the bell. The bell's bullshit. Let me tell you something about the bell. It's bullshit. We don't need that bell because you guys are just gonna be waiting like ambush predators, like a spider on your nest. The web. Spiders have webs. They don't have nests. Some have nests. You're gonna be a spider. I don't care if you have a nest or a web, but you're gonna be on the edge of it and you're just gonna be ready at like my channel or like wherever I am, and you're just gonna be like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm ready. So like, don't be surprised when things go weird. Don't be surprised. Yeah, you're gonna show the people how weird it can get. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, it'll be pretty cool. Anyway, so thank you everybody so much for watching. I gotta get out of here because I gotta get on a phone call for another meeting about post-production stuff, but just thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for trusting me. And I can't wait to show you all the cool stuff that I'm gonna do. I'm excited about it. But thank you guys so much. Go have fun with the rest of your day. Expect videos to come back tomorrow. And yeah, just be ready. Don't leave for even a moment, because if you do, I'll know. Oh, I'll know. The bell works both ways. I know. Oh, I know. Anyway, thanks everybody so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Bye, guys! Bye!